Hello, this is Helm4004, and welcome to Minecraft News. I will go over teasers and reveals from the Minecraft devs, and everything that I go over is in the description below if you want to check out anything I go over for yourself. We got some wild update things today, a lot with the Warden, some brand new animations, and I have some things to talk about with the frog. So let's get started. Here's something from KingBDogs on his YouTube channel. Yes, this actually is his, compared to when there was a fake KingBDogs trying to put things out there on YouTube. This is actually his channel, and we have some video clip of the Warden appearing. Let's check it out. So that was pretty exciting to see the clip of a Warden again, since Minecon, something we haven't seen before, shows it isn't being worked on. And I have another one from Markio of the Warden actually going back into the ground. But before I get into that too much, even though you can probably see it right down there, Jingle Bells, he says that this animation in particular of the Warden is still heavily a work in progress. So that's just kind of to keep in mind. So that is pretty awesome, as we can see it going into the ground here. But along with this, Markio does say, please ignore the version at the top. It's just a version of the local build I was using, not an identification of when the Warden will be out in beta. So it's just kind of when he has been working on it in the version it's currently in, not the version it's coming out in. Next up, I have a thread here about some animation from KingBDogs. So KingBDogs says, so I see a lot of people saying they want old animations updated because of the newer keyframe animations from the Frog and Warden. You know, we've seen quite a bit more detail and depth with how the frogs and some of these new mobs are moving compared to some of the old ones that have been around since day one. And he says, here's a genuine question. Would people really want to get rid of the classic swinging side to side of a player? Which is kind of interesting to think about. He says, I see a lot of updated animations from community mods which get rid of this type of motion in player in favors of more realistic stepping and jogging, which looks really cool, but there is just something really iconic about the OG animations for players, skeletons, and zombies. He says, I think improved animations are obviously nice, but I think the art style of Minecraft in places like these can be more iconic than intended, and we need to respect that. I'd want us to be very careful about updating old animations if we ever did. Of course, in saying that, for non-humanoid models, I think cows, pigs, etc. could certainly get away with better animations without removing anything of the substance. It's really just the player and common humanoid mobs that I'd be worried about. So I think that's kind of cool how they are trying to reserve the past while yet adding so much more into new updates. To me, I think it'd be cool to see a better animation for the creeper exploding, but if we had like a zombie limping from side to side compared to the iconic Minecraft zombie just walking, that would be a bit weird. I think new animations would be okay, just depending on, like he kind of said, how we would use them. And then here's something from Agnes. She said, time for a 3-week vacation. Yep, Mojang is starting to go on vacation, so any snapshots, betas over the next little bit, the holiday season into next year, will not happen. There might be like another one this week for some of the devs that are still there, hanging on just this last little bit, but for the most part, you know, don't expect too much coming out in news or anything, as they're not working on anything. So there'll be a lot more next year, but maybe running dry for this year. But before they fully ended it off for this year, they had one more bang on beta. 1.18.10.24 for the Bedrock Edition got the frogs. Of course, they've now had some of the new sculpt blocks for a while. Now they have the frogs, the frog eggs, the tadpoles, and tadpole in a bucket. Can't wait to see that coming to Java in the future here. And that pretty much ends it off with this Bedrock beta, and it also ends it off for this news video. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of the Wild update and the work so far? I think it's pretty nice. And for now, this is Hound4004 saying goodbye.